Hey Aaron, my name's Kyle. I talked to Nikki earlier and she said you should really check this out. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you could do today to bring in more high quality remodeling jobs to your business. Now, I know you're probably sitting there thinking like, all right, man, why would some marketing guy be doing this for free? And what's the catch, right? Here's the deal. Most remodeling guys are out there way too busy running calls, doing jobs to really understand how the internet works. And honestly, man, you've probably been through your fair share of marketing experts who really don't understand anything about your business. So what I found is that by giving remodeling guys a free blueprint of actual things they can take and implement, some of them end up saying, you know what? I like you, Kyle, dude. Just handle this technical stuff for me so I could just focus on what I do best, okay? So by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you more service calls and jobs. Then just shoot me a message back and we can chat, okay? Or if you want to take this free blueprint and tackle yourself, that works for me too. But now let me jump in and show you 3 things you can do to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine, okay? So the first thing we're going to start off with here is content. Now, before I jump into that, when I searched up your business, I actually didn't see a website for you at all. It looks like you're mainly using Nextdoor, which is great, right? If you're constantly posting and then, obviously replying under other people's posts, then that could be useful. But what I'm going to show you in this video is actually another way you could get some more high quality jobs online and be able to beat your competitors as well, okay? So since I didn't see a website for you, I'm going to show you what your competitors are doing to give you an idea of what this should look like, okay? And your biggest competitor in Denver, and by the way, when I looked at your website, I wasn't sure really where you guys were based out of. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get more jobs in Denver. But of course, these concepts apply for any other city like Aurora, Littleton. This applies for literally everywhere, okay? And in Denver, your biggest competitor, Factor Design Build, is currently stealing most of those high quality jobs because they're ranking at that top spot, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to see how many words they have on their front page. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, all right, that's cool, but why are you doing that, right? Well, typically to rank number 1 and qualify for those high quality jobs, then you want to have at least a website with at least 1,500 words on your homepage, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy all the words that they currently have on their front page. We're going to go to a word counter here, okay? Paste it in. And it looks like right now they have about 2,200 words, which is actually pretty solid, okay? But what does this mean? It's actually not a bad thing, man. It literally means your competitor is beatable by just putting more effort than they are in their website, okay? Now, there's this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs, all right? It's a few $100s a month, but essentially what it does is it gives me the behind-the-scenes details of exactly what Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to see what you guys actually show up for when people are searching for remodeling contractors here in Denver, okay? So let's start with Factor Design Build first. We're going to put their website into here. Let's go and make sure we're using their main website. We're gonna go to keywords. Now, by the way, what is a keyword? It's basically what people are typing into Google, okay? So as you can see, they're showing up on the top spot or the front page for home renovation Denver, home remodel Denver, home renovation Denver, design and build contractors, home remodeling Denver, right? Denver home additions, and many, many, many more. And if you look at the traffic here, do you see how it says, 59, 58, 55, 44? So they're getting at least around 400 to 500 people just in the Denver metro area alone clicking on their website and looking for their services specifically, okay, which is actually really solid, all right? Now, for you, without actually having a website, you actually wouldn't show up for anything at all, okay? So if you want to get into the game and start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition, then you want to have a website with at least 1,500 words, in this case, 2,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords, okay? Super, super key to claiming those high quality jobs. All right. Now, the second thing I'm going to show you here is going to be citations. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, dude, what is a citation and why does it even matter? Right? Well, typically when anybody searches anything on Google, let's just say, for example, home remodeling Denver, okay? There's actually research done from Google that about 40% of people are going to click right here on this map pack. And do you see how Gator Home Remodel Colorado is currently showing up number one? This is not because of their reviews, okay? It's not because they have pretty pictures on there or a big company or anything like that. It's because they have the most citations, all right? Now, what are those? That is your business name, address, and phone number listed consistently across the internet, okay? Now, you might be thinking, well, all right, that's cool, but how do I get those, right? Well, what you want to do is you want to post your business name, address, and phone number in industry-related directories. This could be like, Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, Yahoo Local, right? These are all directories you want to be in. And your competitors are currently in more of these than you guys are. So to get into the game, you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to show Google in the areas you serve that you are the authority when it comes to remodeling services. And when you do show up on the top spot in the map pack, then we actually add about 50 to 100 more directories. So once you're there, it takes your competitors a long time to catch back up, okay? So super, super important to get this dialed in. And now that you know how to, let me show you the real money maker, all right, which would be backlinks. Now, why do I say that? Because again, 40% of people are going to click on this map pack, okay? But actually about 60% of people are going to click on one of these first few websites that they see. And when I search for, home remodeling Denver, basement remodel, painting, anything like that, I don't see you pop up here at all, okay? Kind of going back to what I was showing you earlier. So to get into the game, you're going to need backlinks. That is other relevant websites linking back to your website. It's kind of like online referrals, okay? And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. For example, let's say, you have a local blog page or maybe even an industry site linking back to you, then that's perfect. That's amazing. But obviously if you're, a renovation guy or modeling guy and you have McDonald's linking back to you, that ain't so great, right? Because you don't sell burgers. So let's go ahead and go back to Ahrefs here and let's see what backlinks your competitor currently has that's getting them to that top spot, okay? So click on backlinks here. And it looks like right now they have about 561 backlinks, okay? Which is pretty solid, but it's honestly pretty beatable at the same time. But again, how do we get these? How do we beat them? Well, essentially what we do is we just go down this entire list of links and match the same exact links for your business or your website so that way you show up at that number one spot, okay? So I want you to understand at this point, claiming more high quality jobs, outranking your competition, no matter how big they are, and showing the areas you serve you're the authority. It's not a magic trick, all right? There's no genie flying around Google or anything like that. It's literally just a method, as you can see. But, I'm sure you probably don't care that much about more website traffic, right? You care about growing the business, right? Helping your family and your team. So let me show you what this means for your bottom line by actually getting this done, okay? Now, before I show you this, I want you to know, again, this entire breakdown, this is literally just for the Denver metro area alone. This is accounting any other city of Denver or Colorado where there's obviously way more traffic, okay? But just in the Denver area, the Denver metro area alone, there's actually about 6,000 people searching for remodeling and renovation services every single month, as you can see from all these searches, okay? Now, let's just do some conservative math here. And let's say out of the 6,000 people, let's just say only 5% of those people are even convertible, okay? That would mean an extra 300 potential book jobs for your company every month. All right. Now, let's say you go out there, you take those calls, you do the estimates. Let's say you close, 40% of those jobs, right? That would mean an extra almost 120 closed and booked jobs for your company on a monthly basis. What would this do for you, man? In terms of growing the business, right? Maybe hiring more guys, keeping them busy around. In terms of revenue, right? So this ain't some pie in the sky thing. This is exactly what happens when remodeling guys get their online presence done correctly, okay? So just to recap what we covered today, first thing is going to be content, or actually first thing will be building a website. Once you do that, you want to have at least 2,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords. Second thing is going to be citations. So you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to rank above your competition. And lastly is going to be backlinks, okay? Meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to yours to show Google in the areas you serve that you're the number one choice when it comes to these services, okay? If you implement this, you will be number one. I'm sure you're probably thinking like, dude, listen, I'm a business owner, right? I'm a contractor. I'm not some computer geek, right? Well, look, you can either number one, take this free blueprint, tackle it yourself, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you want to take the most effective route and save yourself some time, then you could just reply right back to this message, okay? Again, my name's Kyle, live right here in Monument, Colorado, so I even love to meet you in person. But if it's easier, just reply back to this message. My number is 719-396-1510. But at the very least, I hope this is educational for you. Showed you a few things you can implement right now to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition, okay? So at the least, just give me some feedback on this video. Let me know how I did. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Get out there and we'll talk soon.